Very good evening to you. It's Sports Night. I'm Damien Bess. Well, it is the upset of the competition so far as Sealer claimed an 8-wicket win over St. Christopher when the round of 16 matches continued today in the Guardian Group Herman Griffith Primary School's cricket competition. Playing at Friendship, Sealer sent St. Christopher into bat and they posted a competitive total of 135 for 6. At the ground for that innings was CBC's Anne-Marie Burke.
Having been put into bat by Sealer, St. Christopher set to task to put a decent total on the board, and Javion Springer put bat to ball to claim the game's first boundary. Actually, Springer and Curtis Kane put on an opening partnership of 40 before it was broken. Kane going LBW to Devon Clark for 14, St. Christopher 40 for 1. 13 more runs will be added to the score before wicket number 2 was claimed. Springer into the hands of Azarion Calendar. Clark the bowler again. Springer made 15. St. Christopher now 53 for 2. By this time, Tyreek Boxall was at the crease and he sneaked this one through the keeper and the fielder at slip, and then was even more fortunate when the fielder steps on the boundary to give him a 4. But Boxall soon lost his wicket as he guided the ball into the grasp of Javado holder Murphy. He goes for 9. As Clark gets the 3rd wicket, the score now 88 for 3. Jamon Paris was the new batsman at the other end, and his stay was very short as he was caught on ball by Azarion Calendar for a duck. The score 99 for 4. Calendar will soon strike again, bowling Padmore for 15. St. Christopher now 100 for 5. Elijah Calendar then started to settle things off again, top edging this one to the boundary. And here he goes again, Calendar making use of some easy balls. St. Christopher will lose one more wicket though as Baram Ramasar was caught by Clark off the bowling of Holder Murphy for 9. The score 126 for 6. Rashawn Spence came in and immediately let his presence be felt, powerfully striking this one to the boundary. He went after it again and was lucky this time it trickled in for St. Christopher to end on 135 for 6 of their 25 overs. Anne-Marie Burke, CBC Sports.
Well, set 136 for victory, Sealer made light work of the target, scoring 137 for 2 to win by 8 wickets. Javada holder Murphy top scored with 64 and Roger Bennett chipped in with 38. They will meet defending champions Baileys in the quarters, who totally dominated their game with St. Luke's Brighton at Dover. Batting first, St. Luke's were bowled out for 42 in 14.1. Baileys in reply made 45 for 1 in just 4 overs to win by 9 wickets. Meanwhile, at Briar Hall, Eden Lodge also enjoyed a 9-wicket win over Charles F. Broome. Scores there, Charles F. 87, Eden Lodge 88 for 1. And at Passage Road, West Terrace beat Ada Costa Edwards by a massive 124 runs. Scores there, West Terrace 221 for 3, Ada Costa Edwards 97. Well, Suriname dominated the regional beach wrestling championships held at Pirates Cove recently, with victories in all the weight categories. It was part of the second BOA Invitational Independence Games. And when it was done and dusted, Leandro Dongo of Suriname was crowned the grand champion. Here's a look at some of the matchups. Beach wrestling attracting lots of attention during the big games at Pirates Cove. This is Marciano Dang of Suriname in the red trunks and Martin Joseph of Trinidad and Tobago. Simple rules: the competitor who collects 3 points wins the match. 1 point for a takedown or push out, and 2 points for a takedown with back exposure. Dang going for the push out, but Joseph counters with the takedown. That's 2 points. Then to polish off the win, Joseph drives Dang directly out of the circle to take the victory, and he would eventually finish second in the over 80 kilogram section. Quick turnover, Ronaldo Stewart of Barbados battling Fernando Bulehu of Suriname in red. Same weight class, Bulehu with the arm and headlock. Stewart counters and gets the 2 points on the takedown. Bulehu needing to stay alive in this one forces Stewart out for the point. Then it was Stewart searching for that wrist control and Bulehu putting up resistance. After that, it turned into a straight-up display of strength. Stewart getting the 1 point required, and he would eventually finish third overall in that section. Second place went to Martin Joseph of Trinidad and Tobago. Here he is versus Rico Hurley of Barbados, who's wearing the blue ankle support. Hurley going for the single leg takedown. Joseph trying to opt out, but Hurley awarded the 2 points with an improvised hip toss. However, Joseph would not go away quietly. Hurley gaining dominance with the body lock. Joseph counters, and we're tied at 2-all. This one ended anticlimactic with a simple head snap, and Joseph of Trinidad and Tobago gets the 1 point needed. Smart wrestling. It ends 3-2. Francois Jones now of Barbados would have his hands full against Dongo Leandro of Suriname in red. Clear mismatch in height and weight. Leandro pushing his opponent around to collect back-to-back points. It's 2-0. Number 3 coming up. Get out of town. Too much muscle. Let's fast forward now to the Grand Champion final between Dongo and Wadesh Ramcharan, also of Suriname. Ramcharan reached this stage after finishing top of the under 80 kilogram section. Dongo, who was still feeling the effects of his final pool match against Martin Joseph, got a surprise from Ramcharan. Edge of the circle, hooks the leg and forced down, worth 2 points. Dongo would level at 2-all thanks to a lapse in concentration and some fatigue from Ramcharan. Now with both men exhausted and time expiring in the period, 30 seconds of extra time was awarded to decide who would take home the top prize. Ramcharan in big trouble here, down for the count. That's victory to the 260-pound Leandro Dongo. 3-2. He is the big 2017 Beast of the Beach Grand Champion. Well, coming up, Springer aiming to add to their netball legacy.
Barbados now has a common alerting protocol available via email or as an app on the Google or Apple Play Store. Sign up now and get notifications for all hazards and emergencies, fires, tsunami, hurricanes, oil spills, earthquakes, and even missing persons. To sign up for email notifications, go to www.dem.gov.bb and click the Links tab, followed by the email sign-up link and subscribe. Check instructions contained in the email. If you don't see the email, double-check your junk mail. To download the app, go to the Google Play Store, search for cap.cap, click Download and Install, or in the Apple Play Store, search for CapCap or Optimate. Then open the app and select Barbados in the Country tab and click Save. You are now signed up to receive messages directly from emergency responders in the event of a disaster.
Are you the next TV karaoke star? CBC and Standard present Carry Your Own Key, a search for Barbados' next big singing sensation. Show off your talent to a star-studded music industry judging panel and a live crowd. Audition number 4 is at Lucky Horseshoe City Centre Mall in Bridgetown this Wednesday, November 22nd from 6 to 9 p.m. Make the finals for a chance at thousands in cash and prizes. Winner takes all. You must be 16 years of age or older and meet all eligibility requirements to enter. Want to host a Carry Your Own Key at your venue? Then call us to partner 253-9840 or email thines@cbc.bb. Can you carry your own key? The CBC Standard Carry Your Own Key TV reality show, brought to you by Sky Mall, Days Books, Ace Pharmacy, Lucky Horseshoe, Diamonds International, and Standard Distributors, where quality is a lifestyle.
Spend your Sundays with CBC TV8 to see some of the greatest sporting moments unfold here in Barbados and on the world stage, the agony of defeat and the joy of victory on Sunday Sports Special. The action starts at 10 a.m. on CBC TV 8.
We're back. It will be Christchurch Foundation and two-time champ Springer Memorial to battle in tomorrow's final of the Barbados Secondary Schools Under-19 Netball League. Now, both teams registered victories yesterday in the semis to book a place in the showdown. Foundation got over Leicester Vaughan 25-17. CBC's Akeem Klinkett reports.
Foundation in their traditional yellow started emphatically as Shara Chase scores one of her 12 goals from 16 attempts. Leicester Vaughan replied instantly through their goal attack Vivica Adamson. She led them with 10 goals from 19 attempts. Tit for tat in the early proceedings as Foundation's goal shooter Romancia Odwin gets on the score sheet. She had 11 from 17. Leicester Vaughan back again, getting the goal as Jana Joseph drains one of her 7 from 12. Second quarter, and Odin used her height advantage to collect the ball and score. Leicester Vaughan weren't allowing Foundation to get away, matching every shot. Foundation were good not only on offense but also on defense, releasing Odwin, who scores easily. And when it wasn't Odwin, it was Chase, as she finishes off the easy shot. Odwin then collects the pass from Chase for Foundation to lead 16-9 at the half. Second half, and Foundation continued their pursuit, chasing goal attackers for Brianna Holder to score one of her 2 goals from 3 attempts. Leicester Vaughan moved the ball around the court before finding Adamson, who has no issues scoring. Joseph then shows her range, shooting from distance and getting nothing but net. But Foundation weren't allowing them to get close, as Holder adds another to the total. Chase, who switched to goal shooter, then backs up Holder as Foundation were still up 19-13. In the fourth, the script remained the same, Odwin back and scoring. Leicester Vaughan, not having the best second half, got another one in through Adamson. But Foundation duly sealed the deal, winning 25-17 to move on to the final. Akeem Klinkett, CBC Sports.
Meanwhile, Springer booked their place with a 21-13 win over Queen's College.
QC in the purple got the show on the road with some creative passing, which allows Janine Ford to get one of her 9 goals from 12 attempts. At the other end, Springer moved the ball quickly down the court for Sierra Coward to finish off the move. She had 1 goal from 3 attempts. Goal shooter Jada Smith then receives an overhead pass to sink one of her 19 goals from 29 attempts. Springer's passing was precise and piercing as the center finds Smith again, and she has no problem scoring. Springer then came back, moving the ball down the court in seconds for Smith to close out the first quarter with Springer leading 6-1. Second quarter, and there was a change of goal attack for Springer. Jaleesa Jones-Smith replaced Coward and got straight to work, scoring her lone goal in this game. QC down 6 now were determined to get back into it, as goal attack Brittany Small drains one of her 3 goals from 7 attempts. Small then combines with Ford to cut the deficit for Queen's College. The two were forced in the second quarter, outscoring Springer 7-5. But Springer still led at the half, 11-8. Second half action, and Springer were back, finding Smith, who gets nothing but net this time. QC, still knocking on the door, continued to fight as Ford rattles in the shot. Springer, however, were focused and continued their pressure, as Smith shows her range, scoring from the right. Springer then tightened the screws, outscoring QC 5-2 to go into the fourth, up 16-10. In the fourth, Springer continued their stranglehold on this game, with Smith being the operator. She then puts her foot on the accelerator, improving her accuracy to bring Springer close to the victory. QC down and out at this point showed some heart, adding another goal to their tally. But the game was Springer's, as they returned to the finals, winning this game 21-13. Akeem Klinkett, CBC.
Welcome back to Sports Night. Barbados Cricket Association board member and chairman of the Everton Week Centre of Excellence, Roland Butcher, has once again expressed his concern about the gap between players leaving the under-19 level and the senior level. While speaking last night on Q100.7 FM's Mid-Wicket Talk Show with host Keith Holder, Butcher said that all across the region players are at a disadvantage. This is because they are monitored from the under-13 level to the under-19 level, but once they are finished, they are basically forgotten.
One area of weakness that we do have in the system, and I think it's Caribbean-wise as well, is that everything seems to stop after under-19s. So if we look at it first of all from a regional level, you have regionally you have an under-15 tournament, you have an under-17, you have an under-19. That's once they get to under-19, that is it. So we also have the same difficulty here, that under-19s, suddenly these players have to compete with the guys who are in the national team already, and invariably not many of them are really good enough to go straight into the national team.
Butcher also says here in Barbados they are trying to correct the issue by introducing the under-23 category.
By virtue of having this under-23, we are now keeping those players who go now into that in the system, so that we can still keep working with them, so that it's an easier transition into the national team. We're now hoping that regionally that is something that can happen, because right across the region, every year, you know, you have 120 under-19s just disappearing from the scene, and in a small region like the Caribbean, I don't think we can continue to do that.
Well, it's that time to tell you what's happening tomorrow, November the 22nd. There will be the final of the Barbados Secondary Schools Netball League between two-time defending champs Spring Memorial and Christchurch Foundation. It'll be at the Netball Stadium from 3:30 p.m. The third place playoff between Leicester Vaughan and Queen's College will be at 3:15 p.m. That's our midweek sports package. Check us tomorrow for another night of sports. I'm Damien Best. Good evening.
You're watching CBC TV 8 in beautiful Barbados.